In this video, we're going to take a look at Identifix and the Valvoline parts catalog to try and find all of the information that we need in order to do our own oil changes at home. The place you want to start is the District 214 Library Resources, because this is where you're going to be able to access Identifix from home. If you're in the building, you can bookmark the dealer.identifix link, but if you're at home, you need to log in through here so you have access to the website. So I'll put the link in the description below, but we want to scroll all the way down to the bottom of our page, and you'll see Auto and Careers, and click the Identifix link. Once you click that, it's going to take you to a place for you to type in your District 214 login information. And once you've opened Identifix, it'll take you to this page right here. We have two different ways to try and figure out, to search for our car that we're going to be using. I can plug in the VIN, or I can just type in the year, make, and model, or I can go to Vehicle Selection and do the pull down for whatever year, make, and model I'm working with. We're going to be using the 1998 Jeep Cherokee Sport that you can see behind me. So I'm just going to type 98 Jeep Cherokee, and I have the list of all the different options of trim levels for the Cherokee. So the one that we're going to be working with is a Cherokee Sport. And the place we're going to start here is this Quick Links option. We can go directly to specs and find out how much oil we need, which type of oil we need, do we need synthetic or conventional, by clicking Fluids and Capacities. Once that loads, it's going to be a huge list of all of the different fluids that are in your car. So we need to scroll down to where we get to the engine oil part. From here we can see which oil we need based on the temperature. So for us here in the Chicagoland area, we're usually above negative 18 degrees. So a 10W30 would be the recommended oil viscosity. How much oil do we need to buy when we go to the store? This motor calls for 6 quarts, so you can usually buy a case. And then for engine oil grade, this is where we find out if we need to buy synthetic engine oil or if a conventional engine oil will be acceptable, or possibly a blend. So this just says API right here. So that means you want to look for the most recent API rating, API-SN. If your car calls for synthetic engine oil, it's going to say SEO right here, and then you know to get whatever the rated synthetic engine oil is for your car. We can also find a drain plug torque right here. So the drain plug on this motor needs to be torqued down to 30 pound-feet of torque. That way it's not over-torqued and pull some threads out of the oil pan, or under-torqued so it's going to leak. If we don't know how to do our oil change, Identifix is also going to give us step-by-step instructions. So we have those lab sheets that we use in class that are pretty good for step-by-step instructions. But if there's something different about the individual car that you're working on, it's not a bad idea to jump on Identifix and look for any tips or tricks. So to find that in Identifix, instead of going to specs, we want to come over here to repair info. And that changes all of our links. And we're going to go to OEM repair and replace. The best thing to do here, because this is an area that has how to remove and replace a whole bunch of things on the vehicle, we're just going to go for a search and search engine oil. And then we get the option for service, adjust, and clean. That's what we're going to be doing. And then click the engine oil service link. And here's step-by-step instructions on how to change your engine oil. It says again all of our specs written in here in a paragraph form. It tells us to use that SAE 10W30. Make sure it's an API service grade. And then here's all of our instructions to drain it, check the fill it, check the level, remove the engine oil filter, screw that back on. It tells us exactly what our thread pitches are. Anything you may need to know is going to be in here. And there's also links to other areas of the service manual that can tell us how to do other things. That should take care of the step-by-step instructions and what type of oil we need to buy when we go to the store, or when we go up to the rack out in the shop to get our engine oil. But we also need a filter. In the shop, we stock Valvoline filters. So when you're doing an oil change here, you need to go to the valvolinecatalog.com. This needs to be launched directly from Chrome on your iPad, otherwise it gets a little wonky. So once you're here, you just do the pull down for whatever vehicle you're working on. So again, we're a 98 Jeep Cherokee, and we're looking at filters. And this truck has the 4-liter inline 6. And this tells us that we need to use a VO25. Now, sometimes you may see 2 different oil filters available. Valvoline no longer makes this VO95. VO25 is the new part number. It has replaced the VO95. But if there's an old filter that you can still use, it's going to list them both. And sometimes there's a note on the bottom. But by using Identifix and by using the Valvoline website, we should be able to find all the oil specs that we need, how much oil we need to buy, what type of oil we need to buy, and which filter to grab out of the oil filter cabinet. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and you should be able to do any lab or worksheet that we're doing in the classroom by watching this video.